One second, everybody. Close coming in. Okay, so we have 96 regular packs, 10 mythic packs, and 8 golden packs. At the moment, we got 9 draft tokens, 80 play-in points for qualifiers, 5 seal tokens. Then we probably could have built this set with our, wild cards, but, 50k gems. I don't know if I can actually go through all these 96 packs, so let's start with the mythic packs and see what we get. Okay, let's see the big boy, Kang the Conqueror. Flying 4-drop, 4/5. That's a lot of mana. Wait. For a 1/1 counter on Kang, take an extra turn. That's interesting. Like, that might be a bit OP, huh? Biofanatic. Oxen Brutes with the Menace. 5-drop, though. Very expensive. I was looking at some of the... I didn't look through all the spoilers, so I'm waiting when I play a match of Sealed to actually get a vibe for this specific set. Let's crack another pack. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Murdoch's Crusade. We have Iron Lad. Okay, so 3-drop. Looks like there's a lot of good blue so far. Oh, but then we have Captain Marvel, Burst Protector, 5-drop, white, flying, flash, lifelink. Oh, there's the power-up ability, which I'm not a huge fan of. Okay, then we have... Is that... 2-drop, 2/1, artifact spells cost... Okay, 1 less. Getting an idea. 8 more mythic packs. Crossbones, Malicious Mercenary. 4-drop, 3/3 with Death Touch. Whenever another villain you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on Crossbones. He deals 2 damage to each opponent. I like that. Triggers only once per turn. Okay. Amor, the Submariner. Powers equal to the number of merfolk you control. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with 1 or more blue mana symbols and its mana cost, create that many 1/1. That's interesting. Luke Cage. 4-drop white, indestructible, with unbreakable skin. Okay, wait, so unbreakable skin. Whenever Luke Cage attacks alone, he gets +2/+0 and gains indestructible. Alright, attacks alone. So that's kind of the white-black Orzhov thing I've been noticing, is it seems to be higher mana cost, stronger abilities. It seems like this set is kind of intended for everybody, if that makes any sense. Like, where am I going with this? Like, the last proper set was my favorite set in a while. Like, the drafting was amazing, the abilities, the really cool synergies, and I'm forgetting the name of the ability they added. That was mad cool. But it seems like here, when I was looking at the sealed list, they're allowing like every single color type to be meaningful, like in dual colors. I mean, so we got Panther Okay, let's just go to the Dark Deed. 2-drop, -4/-4. Yeah, that's like almost every set has a card that is 2-drop, -4/-4. Masters of Evil. 6-drop, 5/6. Other villains you control get +2/+1. Pay 2, discard this card, search your library for a plan card, reveal it. Okay. Shang-Chi. 2-drop, 2/2. You may activate abilities of creatures you control as though those creatures had haste. Okay, tap, add 2 mana of any color, of 1 color. Spend this mana only to activate abilities of... Okay, sources. Yeah, we got Thor, God of Thunder. Let's take a look at that quick. 5-drop red, 5/5 flying. When he enters, exile any equipment, instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Thor deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to any target. Okay. Reptile Dynamorpher, 1-drop. Rewrite history. So here's a plan, enchantment plan. Whenever one or more creatures you control become tapped, draw a card, then discard a card. Put a plan counter on this enchantment, and then when the fourth plan counter is put, sacrifice it. When you do, return up to 2 target instant and or sorcery cards from your great. So okay, there's a lot of blue graveyard return rather than it being like black or yeah. I hope it's who you think it is. What's up, B-Dog? Yeah, no, I'm like waist deep here. I got like 100 and some odd more packs to crack, and there's so much reading. Oh, what's up, man? Long time no see. Agents of Hydra, Avengers Tower. So we have a land. Team Tactics, instant teamwork 1. Target creature gains double strike in the end of turn. If this spell was cast using teamwork, that creature also gains trample. And the Coming of Galactus. Okay. So, first phase, destroy up to 1 non-land permanent. Second and third phase is each opponent loses 2 life. So that'll go well with the black card. Forgetting who it was there, beat up. I've been geeking out, bro. And on the 4th turn, create Galactus, a legendary 16/16 black elder alien creature token with flying, trample, and whenever Galactus attacks, destroy target land. Damn. Yeah, man, I've just been I grabbed a Switch 2 for the remake of Star Fox. Very excited about getting, fully digging into that. But been playing a shit ton of Magic the Gathering Arena here, man. Like, you can see I got like 9 draft tokens that I can use, 5 sealed, 80 playing points, and like my vault stacked. I got 50k gems. Oh, we got an alt art, Monica the Marble, and Tony Stark. 2-drop, but he can turn into the Invincible Iron Man. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to read all these. I have to kind of study these later. Flying Vigilance Haste. Whenever attack for the first time each turn, untap all creatures you control. Okay. Hell yeah indeed, bro. Good to see you. Appreciate. I probably saw it went live. Said, oh, I thought he died in a fire, right? King T'Challa, 3-drop, blue-white with flash, 3/2. Whenever a player draws their second card each turn, you draw a card. Then for the low cost of 6, transform King T'Challa, activate only a sorcery. And then it's 3/3, flash, double strike, prevent all damage that would be dealt to Black Panther. Whenever Black Panther deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. You know. 2 more mythic packs. Speedball, new warrior. 3-drop, 2/2. Whenever a player casts a spell that targets Speedball, he gets +2/+2 in end of turn. You may choose new targets for that spell. Then we got Jessica Jones. 3-drop red, 2/3. Put a stun counter on Jessica Jones. Exile top of your library when where X is Jessica Jones' power. You may so I guess if you buff her. Oh, She-Hulk. Okay, 2-drop white. Your opponent can't see some of these cards. I can imagine wanting to use in like a black-white deck, but then naturally, if I'm gonna transform it, it's a white, green, 6/6 reach trample. Your opponent can't cast spells during your turn, so no instance. Whenever a creature you control is dealt damage, you may have the sensational She-Hulk do that much damage to any target. Do this only once per turn. I gotta look through. But when I go into the sealed, I'll be able to look at the commons and uncommons to stack out the sealed play deck better. Oh, I have too many things to open to actually read them all. Just reading the mythics and the rares. And then with the amount of drafts that we can do in general, I'll probably be drafting it a lot, but hopefully it's fun to draft the way that the last set was. We got Titania. Okay, so 2 blacks or green, 5/5, or 3-drop. Hold up. As an additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card or I can discard a card, especially if you get it out early. I would even toss away a land, I guess. Then it has ward, where the other person, if they try to cast a spell on it, would have to discard a card or play 2. But then we got MODOK. 5-drop black, flying, lifelink with connive. So you pay 3 life, he connives. Activate only during your turn. Creatures your opponent control get -1, -1. I'm trying to think. Designed only for kids. But for a 5 cost. We'll figure that out later. Could just be a shitty mythic, but it sounds decent. Bullseye, Death Dealer. 3-drop, either black or red. 2/3. When Bullseye enters, you may sacrifice an artifact or discard a non-land card. When you do, Bullseye deals 2 damage to any target. If you pay 3 and tap it, sacrifice an artifact or discard a non-land card, and you'll just do 2 damage to any target. Then we have another land here, the Baxter Building. Add 4 cost and tap, add 4 mana and any combination of colors. Okay, so this kind of card, like when I was talking about the She-Hulk card, where I was like, I want to play Orzhov, but I can imagine this being a badass card to have, stopping spells and shit. If I had this land out, I could do that. It's basically, I guess, what I'm getting at. And Black Widow Super Spy. This card's good. 2-drop, 2/1, black, menace. So it can only be blocked by at least a minimum of 2 creatures. When Black Widow deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. You may put a +1/+1 counter on Black Widow. If you don't, you may cast the exiled non-land card from them, right? Until the end of turn. And mana of any type can be spent to cast that spell. We're getting a lot of these manas of any types in this set. 95 packs left of base cards here. Visions of Villainry. Super Villain Lockup. 2-drop White Flash Enchantment. When it enters, exile target tapped creature an opponent controls until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. See, like a 1-drop 1/1 Death Touch is going to be really important, but I'm just, not reading the commons or the uncommons at the moment. Hawkeye Young Avenger is 2/4, 4-drop red with reach, so it can hit flying. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to an opponent or permanent an opponent controls, instead it deals that much damage plus X, where X is Hawkeye's power. So buff it up, then, Then we got Earth's Mightiest Heroes, what we already dropped, which has Teamwork 5, which is as an additional cost to cast a spell. You may tap any number of creatures you control with total power 5 or more. Reveal the top 8. Oh, I already read this. Yeah. So we got another one of those. Recover score. So creature types, if you notice, they're like, you see villain, hero a lot. So like there's a card that's in my historic deck where you just choose a type, it gets +1/+1, and it's an enchantment, so it just stays there. It's like a little buff. So you can just choose, if you have a full hero or villain deck, then you can use cards from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set, and yeah, so that's a good little crossover. Okay, and another gold. Fair enough. 93 packs remaining. But Wind is tired and done explaining. But we got Hulkling, the Burgeoning Bruiser. 3-drop green. It's a 2/3 with Vigilance. Whenever another creature you control enters, if it has greater power or toughness than Hulkling, put a +1/+1 counter on Hulkling. And then we got Thunderbolt's Conspiracy. Black card with the cool side. It has flash. It's a 4-drop black. Whenever a villain you control dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a finality counter on it. That creature is a hero in addition to its other types. Heroes and villains, eh? So, finality counter, if a permanent with a finality counter on it would go to a graveyard from the battlefield, you exile instead. So that's its finality. You know. Okay. Yeah, we got Crimson Operative, Volcanic Villain. Let's get to our first uncommon. Truck Toss. 4-drop red. Excuse me, instant. The spell costs 2 less to cast if you control a vehicle. Truck Toss deals 4 damage to any target. Alright, whatever, that's fine. A little bit of removal. Then we got Killmonger. 4-drop black green. 3/3. When Killmonger enters, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls. So, okay, that's a nice little trade thing. As long as there are 2 or more creatures cards in your graveyard, Killmonger gets +2/+1. Alright. Then we got Iron Man armor, which we already read. Only 91 more packs. Alright, we got Wonder Man, Hollywood Hero. 5-drop red, flying 4/4. Each power-up ability of permanents you control can be activated an additional time. With the power-up cost of, it's a simple 7, you can put 2 +1/+1 counters on Wonder Man. Then Red Guardian, Super Soldier, 3-drop, white with flash. 2/2. When Guardian enters, destroy target creature and opponent controls that dealt damage this turn. Thus why it would have flash. Makes sense. Okay. Keep on cracking the packs. We got Photon Blast Barrage. Red, 2 cost, X the amount that this is probably going to be, is it damage? Or okay, when you cast a spell, copy it X amount of times. Okay. You may choose new targets for the copies. So each copy will do 1 damage to target creature. So that mana, the card with the add 4 mana or whatever. No, wait. But you have to pay for it to odd. Oh yeah. So we'll see how that can be used in a sick way. Arc Reactor, 5-drop artifact. It has Improvise, which is it can help cast other spells if you tap like an artifact or something. It enters tapped, but here we go. So when you tap it, you get 3 artifact mana. So I guess something like that would technically, yeah. So you just have this in here, tap it. There's 3 more that can be spread out and damage with this. Interesting. Your strength. Ninja of the Hand. Anyway, hold up. Abomination, Terrifying Titan. 4-drop, either red or green. Trample. Its power up, which is once again a 7-drop, is put +1/+1 counter on Abomination. He fights up to 1 target creature. Okay, so you can force that with a 5/5. Can you power it up multiple times? This is a new ability, like I said, for this set. Yeah, activate each power ability once, only once. Reduce the cost of its mana cost if it entered this turn. How much do you reduce? Alright, hold up. We'll figure that out when we actually play the sealed or draft. Wondrous Wasp, 2-drop, blue with flash and flying, 2/1. Has Wasp Sting. When the Wondrous Wasp enters, tap up to 1 target creature. It loses all abilities for as long as the wasp remains on the battlefield. Okay. See, like this 1-drop here, you know, common 1-drop, equipped creature gets +2/+2 and it's indestructible. Costs 3 to equip it though, but you can throw that out early, I guess. Shield. Instant. Shield Helicarrier. 4-cost artifact vehicle. Flying. When this vehicle enters, create 2/1/1 white soldier creature tokens. It's a 4/5 with a crew of 6. And here's Electra. 4-drop black. Sneak cost is 3, so there's the sneak ability. So you can pull out if you're attacking and if somebody doesn't block something, you could pull it out for a lower cost. So sneak cost is only 3 for a 3/3. When it comes in, you can destroy target creature an opponent controls with power 3 or less. So a little bit of board removal, and then it'll be there and be a little bit of a pest. Ronin, Shadowstalker, 3-drop black, 3/3. If you pay 2 life, add 2 mana of any one color. Spend this mana only to cast equipment spells or activate equip abilities. Activate only once per turn. If you just tap it, you can sacrifice an equipment attached to Ronin, and then target creature gets -4/-4 until end of turn. So that's sweet. So if he's just chilling, tap it, and you can potentially, I should say, get rid of something off your opponent's board. And just another mythic wild card. Okay. 56 more packs. I might have to open 10 at a time and then just read to see what the good ones we get are. Let's do that one time. Let's just open 10x. There we go. That seemed like it did more than 10, right? Am I tripping? Righteous Fury. Alternate art. King the Conqueror had it. Fin Fang Foom. Super Soldier Serum. Alright, here we go. Here's our first Dole land drop. Daredevil. Absorbing Man. Another Dole land. No, that looks right. Okay. I think we just got, because of the alternate art card. Let's see. Righteous Fury, 6 cost white. Destroy all tapped creatures. You gain 2 life for each creature destroyed this way. It's expensive, but it's cool. Fin Fang Foom. Everything costs like the same amount of mana in this. 4 to 6. Okay, so 4-drop red with flying. It's a 3/5. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets an artifact or land, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on Fin Fang Foom. Super Soldier Serum, 2-drop, white. It's an enchantment aura. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2, has first strike and vigilance, and is now a legendary soldier in addition to its other types. Whenever enchanted creature attacks or blocks, attach any number of target equipment you control to it. Okay. Okay. Then, we have a white-black Dole land there. Daredevil, 4-drop Boros. It has vigilance and haste. It's 3/4 with radar sense. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. Really? Kind of seems OP. I like that. I mean, that ability. That's nice. Whenever you attack, you may exile you may exile the top card of your library. Okay, I should have kept reading, because you don't necessarily want to lose it. If that card is a hero card, Daredevil gets +2/+1. Okay, so it can come in clutch. Then you may play that card this turn. Interesting. Alright. Secret Invasion. Mystic Knight. Hero for hire. Secret Invasion is 3-drop blue with ward. When this aura enters, exile up to 1 target creature other than enchanting creature until this aura leaves the battlefield. Enchanted creature becomes a copy of that creature until this aura leaves the battlefield. Enchanted creature has ward 2, so that's the cost of mana they need to spend in order to target that specific card. Okay, 75 packs a minute. Alright. We got another Electra. Project Deathclock. Iron Fist Living Weapon. Human Torch. 3-drop. 3-drop. Iron Fist. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, Iron Fist gains tap. Iron Fist deals damage equal to his power to any other target until end of turn. Okay. And then Human Torch, 3-drop, 2/2, flying. Whenever you draw a card, if you control another hero, Human Torch deals 1 damage to target opponent. Its power up is a 7 cost, and you put 3 +1/+1 counters on Human Torch. Therefore, you would do 3 more. No, that's drawing a card. My bad. Misunderstood that for a second. And dupes, all duplicates there. Which I am big about collecting all 4 of each set on here. So we got Herbie Scout Unit, 4-drop artifact, flying. When it enters, draw a card. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. 2/1. Then we have Scientist Supreme of Aim. 2-drop black blue, 2/2. If you pay 2 life, copy target activated or triggered ability you control from an artifact source. You may choose new targets for this copy. Activate only during your turn and only once each turn. Fair enough. There we go. Ironheart, Clever Champion. 5-drop blue with flying and improvise. 3/4. Non-creature spells you cast, improvise. Cruel Alliance. Hydra Troopers. Okay. There's a nice dual land for black-red. Grim Reaper, Lethal Legionnaire, 4-drop black, 3/4 attack and D. Whenever Grim Reaper attacks, you may pay 4. When you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped and attacking with a finality counter on it. Okay. Other Jennifer Walters, which, like I said, that other card can add the green in if I'm playing white-black. So, yeah, I mean, that's a crazy card that can't cast spells during your turn, so no instants coming your way and stuff. And the whenever creature controls dealt damage, you may have this card will do that much damage to a target. Like, big fan of that card. 69 packs left. Okay. Robot Domination. Here we go. Something new. Oh, there's so much text though. 4-drop black. Whenever one or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, you draw a card, lose 1 life, and put a plan counter on this enchantment. When the 3rd plan counter is put on this enchantment, sacrifice it and create 3 2/2 colorless robot villain artifact creature tokens. Sacred Invasion, okay. I don't know if I'm going to like the way this set plays as much as Strixhaven, Secret to Strixhaven. That was a fucking mad fun set. Hawkeye, Master Marksman. 2-drop red, 2/2. First strike and reach. He has thick arrows. Yeah, I bet he says that a lot, huh? He has thick arrows. Whenever Hawkeye becomes tapped, you may pay 1 up to 3 times. When you do, choose up to that many of these. You have net. Target creature can't block this turn. Explosive. Hawkeye deals 2 damage to target player. And boomerang. Discard a card, then draw a card. That's a fucking nice little 2-drop. We got War Machine, Legacy of Iron. 3-drop Boros, 1/3. Has flying. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature you control gets +X, +0 until end of turn, where X is War Machine's power. So you gotta buff it up, then you can... Okay. That's it says on enters, beginning of combat. Okay. World War Hulk. 5-drop green saga card. First phase of the saga, next red or green creature spell you cast this turn can be cast without paying its mana cost. That's nice. Second phase, put 3 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. Third phase, choose target creature you control until end of turn, double its power and toughness, and it gains trample. Ooh, that's a toughie, huh? Falcon's Wing Harness. 2-drop blue, flying with ward. It's equipment. When this equipment enters, attach it to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has flying and ward. Equip cost is 3. And dupe. Enough. Loki. 2-drop red, 2/1. You pay 1 and tap it. At that point, when you next cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value less or equal to Loki's power this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Its power up is a 5 cost and put 2 +1/+1 counters on Loki. So you bring it out early, you wait, you pay high for the +1/+1 counters, then you pay 1, tap it, and use a badass spell in a crazy way, I suppose. We also have Captain Marvel. Spaceborn. 5-drop white. Flying Vigilance 4/4. Has Cosmic Awareness. As long as an opponent has cast a spell this turn, you may cast spells as though he had flash. As though they had flash, excuse me. 62 packs left. So we're at 324 uniques at the moment. Okay. Got Wing here, Street Samurai. 2/2, 2-drop white. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, put a +1/+1 counter on Colleen Wing. Scry 1. Got Captain America, Wings of Freedom. 3-drop white. It's a 3/1. Flying, first strike, and ward 1. Whenever Captain America attacks, each other hero you control gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is Captain America's toughness. Okay. You know. Then we have Ant-Man, Colony Commander. It's a 2/2. Whenever Ant-Man attacks, you may pay 1. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on any target creature. When you put a +1/+1 counter on a creature, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. This ability triggers only once per turn. Alright. So because you'd always buff those little guys up, you know? Yeah, they keep giving me crafting cards, like... You know, you get them anyway just for opening packs, like every, was it 5, 6 packs or whatever? So, Atuma. Okay. 4-drop blue, 3/4. Other merfolk you control get +1/+1. Whenever one or more merfolk you control attack a player, you draw a card. Viv Vision, Teen Synthezoid. 3-drop artifact. Robot hero. 2/2, flying. It has cybernetic senses. Whenever Viv Vision attacks, draw a card if her power is 4 or greater. And here we go. So power up, 7 cost, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Viv. So you power up, and then attack with her, and you get to draw some extra, yeah. Got another training compound. Dole Land. Training Regiment. 4-drop green with trample. It's an enchantment. Other creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them have trample. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Every turn. Okay. Khazar of the Savage Land. 5-drop green, 3/2. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. Been seeing that often in this set. You may play lands from the top of your library. When Khazar enters, create Zabu, a legendary 2/2 green cat creature token with landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter. That's nice. Nice. The only new card we got is Beast, Erudite Aerialist. 4-drop, either blue or green. It's a 3/3. It's a legendary creature too, so actually a few of these are. I didn't even notice, but oh yeah, a lot of these are just legendary, so you can't stack. Anyway, as long as you put one or more +1/+1 counters on Beast this turn, he has flying. Whenever Beast deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. Getting a lot of card draw. Hey, what's going on? I may have missed that message there, but what's going on? I'm just kind of trying to blast through these openings here, so then I can get to, like, I'm gonna start with the sealed event, and then go to then I'll start drafting it. Maybe I'll do 2 seals just to help flesh out the set a bit, and get maybe I'm gonna try Orzhov first, then I'll do a different color combo under sealed before I start using these draft tokens for draft. So Quake, Agent of Shield, 3-drop white. It's a 3/3 and it has Seismic Takedown. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, tap target creature or land. Okay. Could see that being useful. Okay, renew first. Captain America Living Legend, 3-drop, white-blue, 3/4 vigilance. Whenever a creature you control becomes tapped during your turn, if it's the first time that creature has become tapped this turn, untap it. So you're like giving free vigilance to another creature card. Super Intelligence, 1-drop blue, enchant creature. At the beginning of the upkeep of that enchanted creature's controller, that player draws a card. A lot of card draw. Then we have Taskmaster, Mercenary Mimic. 4-drop black-blue. It's a 3/5 with photographic reflexes, which is at the beginning of your first main phase. Until your next turn, Taskmaster becomes a copy of up to 1 target creature on the battlefield or creature card in a graveyard, except his name is now Taskmaster, Mercenary Mimic, and he's a legendary human mercenary villain creature. I gotta see that in action, so I can just pull something badass from his graveyard, or... Wait... So it's not just a copy of the same card, it's that card. Okay. We'll get to that. We'll get to understanding that one. Swordsman, Sharp Scoundrel. 2-drop, black, 2/2. Whenever another villain you control enters, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to target creature you control. Whenever an equipped creature you control attacks, it connives. Ares, God of War, 3-drop, black-red. It's a 4/3. Ares attacks each combat if able. Whenever an attacking creature you control dies, return that card to its owner's hand. Ooh, that's fun. It's like, don't mess with my other mob, bro. Got Doc Samson. That's a 5-drop green. It's a 3/6. If you would put 1 or more counters on a permanent you control, put that many +1 of each of those kinds of counters on that permanent instead. Gotta reread that eventually, but tap it, add X amount of mana of any one color, where X is Doc Samson's power. That's interesting. For a, it's expensive, but it's only 5. I mean, okay, first let's do Tigra. 2-drop green, 2/1 flash with trample. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter. Okay. Thirst for Knowledge, 3-drop blue. It's an instant. Draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact card. I would probably discard the artifact card depending on the draw most of the time. Especially if it's like an artifact, well... Loki, God of Mischief, 2-drop blue, 2/1. Whenever a player or permanent becomes the target of an ability you control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Fair enough. Low cost. Get more draw going. X Magic, 3-drop red. Sorcery Arcane. Exile all of the cards from your hand until then draw that many cards. Until the end of your next turn, you may play cards exiled this way. That's pretty good. Go Nuts, 1-drop green with Teamwork 3. You choose one. If this spell was cast using Teamwork, choose both instead. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, or target creature you control fights target creature and opponent controls. Oh, we got Baron Helmet Zemo. 3-drop, black, 3/3. Only black mana though. Whenever you cast a black spell from your hand, Baron connives. He has Boast, which is exile any number of black cards from your graveyard with 15 or more black mana symbols among their mana costs. Okay. Copy those exiled cards. You may cast up to 3 of the copies without paying their mana costs. I'm just a copy of a copy. Okay. We got Yellow Jacket, Heartless Marauder. 2-drop black, flying 1/2. Whenever another villain you control enters, Yellow Jacket gets +1 and 0 and gains lifelink until the end of turn. Okay, a little annoying early stuff there. Mr. Hyde, Monster Within, is a 3-drop green with 2/2. At the beginning of your upkeep, you choose one of these. Put a +1/+1 counter on Hyde, or remove a counter from a creature you control, and if you do, you get a card draw. And a Duke. Only 47 more packs. Ah. Storm, Windrider. How did they know about our relationship? Shit. It's a fucking 4-drop, white-green, 4/4 flying. Creatures with flying can't attack you or block creatures you control. Whenever you cast a spell that targets one or more creatures, those creatures gain flying until end of turn. Okay. Oops. Captain America's Shield, 2-drop, indestructible artifact. Equipped creature gets +0/+8 and has a vigilance. Whenever equipped creature attacks, tap target creature defending player controls, and its equip cost is only 2. Huh. That seems to be an important equipment in the set. Damn. Moonstone, Harsh Mistress, 4-drop, black with flying. It's a 2/4. Whenever you discard a card, you may exile that card from your graveyard. If you do until the end of your if you do until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Been getting a lot of similar with the exile, then you can play it for a turn or two, or this turn and next turn. Justice, Vance Astrovic, 3-drop blue, 2/2. It's a mutant hero, so that means, it'll go well with the Teenage Mutant Ninja cards from that set. But anyway, when Justice enters, return up to 1 target non-land, non-token permanent to its owner's hand. Whenever another non-land permanent you control is returned to its owner's hand, put a +1/+1 counter on Justice. Okay. The Astonishing Ant-Man. So, second Ant-Man card to have 1/1 ants that you can... Oh, was the other one 2/2s? But whatever. So 2-drop, 1/1. It's a blue green. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on the Astonishing Ant-Man. If you pay 3 and tap it, you can remove any number of those +1s and create 1/1 green insect tokens for the amount of tokens you removed. Thatcher, Size Shifter, 1-drop blue, 1/1. Thatcher can't be blocked if her power is 1 or less. Its power-up cost is 2 blue and X. Put X, 1/1 counters on. Okay. So she comes in, you can't block her, but then you can really buff her up. He's collected 40% of the entire set already. 40.9. There we go, there's on the new first. Too Evil to Stay Dead. 3-drop black. Teamwork 4. Choose target creature card in your graveyard with mana cost 4 or less. The spell was cast using Teamwork. Instead, choose target creature card in your graveyard. Return the chosen card to the battlefield. Dude, they're giving us mad crafties for some reason. We got two first drop greens here. White Tiger, 2-drop green, 2/2. Has a power up that costs 6. You put a +1/+1 on White Tiger, and you create this 4/4 legendary 4/4 green Cat God token. With the Tiger God can't be blocked by more than one creature. Then we have this 4-drop, but costs 3 specific greens. The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, 4/4. She has the ability, do you like squirrels? Whenever the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl enters or attacks, create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token that has the ability, and then also the I Love Squirrels ability, same cost as her base cost. Create X amount of 1/1 green squirrel tokens, where X is the number of squirrels you control. Okay, so you just basically duplicate your little 1/1 army. Oops. Here's another first. Agent Maria. 1-drop, white, 2/1. Whenever Agent Hill becomes tapped to pay a teamwork cost, put a +1/+1 counter on her and draw a card. More card draw. I have a good feeling that when I look at the set collection, we're going to have a bunch of at least 3x collections. I keep saying it's the first time we got giant growth, but sometimes it bugs out like that. I've seen it like 8 times already. We got Scarlet Witch, 3-drop red, 2/3. Instant and sorcery spells you cast with mana value 4 or less, or greater cost X less to cast, where X is the Scarlet Witch's power. Okay. Death to our enemies, 3-drop red. It's a plan. Okay. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a tapped treasure token and put a plan counter on this enchantment. When the 4th plan counter is put on this enchantment, sacrifice it. When you do, it deals 7 damage divided as you choose among 1 or 2 targets. So it just you pop it out, it just kind of does its thing, and then you can unleash a up to 2 target 7 damage spree. Oh, that means we got an art card. That's a cool one too. Extinction Event. 4-drop black. Sorcery. Choose odd or even. Exile each creature with mana value of chosen quality, including my own. Extinction Event. Naturally, it's the snap. Cool art though. U.S. Agent John Walker, 4-drop Orzhov, 3/2. When U.S. Agent enters, create a colorless equipment artifact token named Sturdy Shield. With equipped, creature gets +1/+2 and equip 2 cost. Attach it to U.S. Agent. See, I can dig that card, especially with the... dude, if you got the main shield that does +0/+8 and then the crazy ability on attack. Here we go. Super Skull, 4-drop black. It has multicolor abilities for everything. Okay, 4/5 flying. Play 3 with white mana. Create a 0/4 colorless wall creature token with Defender. You pay 3 in green. Super Scroll gets +4/+4 until end of turn. 4. It should be 5, I should say, with red. Super Scroll deals 4 damage to target creature. And 6-drop with blue. Target player draws 4 cards. New. Quicksilver, Brash Blur, 1-drop red, 1/1. It has haste, and if Quicksilver Brash Blur is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with him on the battlefield. Okay. 5-drop power-up cost, put a +1/+1 counter and double strike counter on Quicksilver. So once a turn, you can use power-up. Digging it. Speed, Young Avenger. Haste, 2-drop, red, 2/2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay 1. When you do, target creature with haste can't be blocked this turn except by another creature, other creatures with haste. Then we got Moon Girl and the Devil Dinosaur. That's never even heard of that one as a character. I mean, 2/2, 3-drop blue-green. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, whenever you draw your second card each turn until the end of turn, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur's base power and toughness become 6/6 and they gain trample. Whenever an artifact you control enters, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. I'd hope so. Because that you could spam the hell out of that. Leader, Super Genius, 4-drop blue. It's a 1/3. If a creature you control would connive, instead you draw a card. Then that creature connives. Okay. At the beginning of your combat, on your turn, target creature you control connives. So he's always conniving. Gotcha. Okay, we got the Gleaming Bastion, dual land for white and blue. Still not our first Lightning Strike either. Let's keep doing that for Lightning Strike and Giant Growth. Alien Invasion. 4-drop. Enchantment. It's going to create tokens. Let's see. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 red alien creature token with haste. And this token attacks each combat if able. Okay. Put a +1/+1 counter on it for each invasion counter on this enchantment. Then put an invasion counter on this enchantment. You're gonna need to see that in action or just read it slower and actually think. But for now, 21 more packs. Agents Under Siege. Or Avengers Under Siege, excuse me. Black-red, 4 cost. Phase 1, create 2 2/1 black villain creature tokens with menace. Phase 2, the saga deals 2 damage to each non-villain creature and each opponent. Okay. Phase 3, create a treasure token for each villain you control. And once again, treasure token, tap it, add 1 mana of any color. So I can imagine, like, if you people that like you know, 3 mana or even like 4 color may not be, I mean, even in draft it can work, but I think the best, it's still gonna be 2 color with some other colored abilities attached to cards. Ghost Spectral Saboteur, 3-drop blacks or blue. It has flash. It's a 2/2, and it can't be blocked. Okay. We got Black Panther Vanguard, 4-drop white-green, 4/4. Whenever another non-token hero you control enters, choose one. Create a 1/1 white soldier creature token, or creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Spider-Woman, Secret Agent. 4-drop white or blue. It's a 1/4 with flash. When Spider-Woman enters, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature can't become untapped. Wait, yeah, okay. It can't become untapped for as long as you control Spider-Woman. Fair enough. Pretty decent. It would piss me off, you know, if I had no removal and I had something badass out and somebody played that against me. I'm sure that'll happen to me in either today's sealed event or... Oh, cool art. Ravenous Tyrannosaurus. 6/6, costs 6. It has Devour 3. Hold on. It's just a regular creature card. Finally, like, so many legendary creatures in this set, so you can't play 2, right? So this one we can stack a little bit. Whenever this creature attacks, it deals damage equal to its power to up to 1 other target creature. Jesus, that's like It's better than the no, it's not better than the Hulk nuclear one or whatever. Excess damage is dealt to that creature's controller instead. Okay. Splash damage. 15 more packs. New. Oh, a little Orzhov card. Winter Soldier, Icy Assassin. 1 white, 1 black. 2/2 has Vigilance and Menace. Winter Soldier gets +2/+0 for each equipment attached to him. Ooh, you can really stack that up. If you pay 5, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on him. Then you may attach an equipment you control to him. Rick Jones, 1 drop green, it mills stuff. When you pay 3, it's an 0/3, so it's a wall that mills. Mole Man, Moloid Master, 3 drop green, 1/1. You may play lands from your graveyard. And that's landfall, so whenever a land you control enters, create a 1/1 green minion creature token named Moloid with whenever this token attacks, you may mill a card. You may mill a card. Because of playing lands from your graveyard. Okay. Art card, Heroic Intervention. 2 drop, green, instant. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible to end of turn. Then we have Armor Wars. 4 drop, red and blue. First phase, you may draw a card for each artifact you control. If you do, each opponent draws a card. Second phase, artifact spells you cast this turn cost 1 less to cast. Third phase, this saga deals X damage to target opponent, where X is the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. Artifact deck stuff. Okay. There's a decent amount of artifacts I've seen in here. Decent amount of equipment, but not overwhelming. There's our... I think we only need one more Dole land. Yield Flying Car. 3 drop blue with flash, flying, crew cost 1, 3/3. When this vehicle enters, exile up to 1 target creature you control. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Multiversal Incursion. 7 drop green. For each non-token creature you control, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it isn't legendary. That's important, because then you can have multiple out at on the battlefield at once. Got Baron Strucker, Hydra Overlord. 3 drop black with Connive. Villain spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. It's a 2/2, by the way. Whenever another villain you control enters, you may have a Connive. Do this only once each turn. Okay, cool. Nothing new. Another Orzhov card. The Kingpin of Crime. 3 drop Orzhov with Extort. It's a 1/5. Whenever you attack, you may pay 2 life. If you do, until the end of turn, creatures you control with toughness greater than their power assign combat damage equal to their toughness rather than their power. Now, Extort, whenever you cast a spell, you may pay 1. If you do, each opponent loses 1 life. You gain that much life. So this will go well with the life link. Where was that? Or life gain card, which I think was either a white or a black. Probably a white. I keep saying that. Mr. Fantastic, it's 4 drop, reach, 2/4. Whenever 1 or more tokens you control enter, you may draw a card. More card draw. Alright, this is our last current pack. Want to give us... I was supposed to say, want to give us another first, but we got 1 drop black card, Whiplash, Vengeful Engineer. Enters tapped. Whenever Whiplash attacks, if he's equipped, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of equipment attached to him. See, I could see having a lot of fun with like you put it. There's some big because there's big expensive cards in this set apparently, but as we've seen, but something like this, just like if you have a equipment setup, and this guy's out there and nobody's done any removal, he just kind of vibes out, and then you just take some life. You can use him as like a sacrificial thing. The equipment goes to the side anyway. You can always re-equip it. Yeah. Alright, then let me just crack these 8 golden packs open, even though, you know, it's going to be nothing new for anybody to see. Although there always could be a card from the new set in there. Yeah, there's one. Avengers Assembled. Disassembled. There's two. Well, there's two. Another Loki and 3-drop red. Choose one or both. 3 damage to each creature. Destroy target land. This controller searches for a basic land, so you can always nuke a dual land or a special land there to put it in the battlefield. Alright, I should actually pay attention to these then. Just a dual land. No, and another Moon Girl. Okay.
A dramatic entrance.
Got the Superhero Civil War. So that is 5-drop Boros. There's a phases. Gain control of up to 2 target creatures with a total mana of 3 or less for as long as the saga remains in the battlefield. Second phase, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance until the end of turn. Third saga, or phase of the saga, target creatures you control fights up to one other target creature. So you steal it, buff it, make them pound. Then, you know, we've already had Captain America Super Soldier, which is a cool card with the shield counter is neat. 5 more gold packs. Okay, nothing new. Nice new rare land, Castle Doom. That's cool. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast an artifact spell, or just add, you know, 1 outside color mana. If you pay 3 and tap, sacrifice an artifact. If you 3 and tap, sacrifice an artifact. Create a 3/3 colors robot villain artifact creature named Doombot. Activate only as sorcery. Nothing new. This isn't Avengers Assembled, so that's a nice mythic for this that I'll get to. We also got another first rare, Vision Quest. Excellent. So this is an enchantment. Flash, 5 cost, white. Heroes you control get +2/+2. At the beginning of each end step, if you attack with a hero this turn, or a hero entered the battlefield under your control this turn, draw a card. Okay, so let's see where that puts us in our set. Do we have any... Yeah, we have multiple copies. We're almost at 4 of each common. 87 out of 100 uncommon, 45 out of 60, 19 out of 25. As you can see, this is the one, Secret to Strixhaven. This set was awesome. 4x'd all those. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was fun to draft and stuff. Collected all 4 of each card for that one. I assume I'll do the same thing here. We just got to see how well it plays in draft and sealed and stuff like that. So just to get prepped for it, so I don't want to do sealed first. I have 5 sealed tokens, yeah, rather than having to pay. See, they normally when a set comes out, it's like there'll be like 4 like main colors you want to play, but like it's literally all of them here. So they have interesting. So like the only thing that kind of ticks me off is the Orzhov one The black-white is called Attack Alone. Send your best operative on a stealthy mission to attack alone, backed up by a support team that's ready to defend. I mean, it sounds just kind of... Then some of these other ones just sound cool. Creatures in the graveyard, heroes matter, power up, so that's all those power up abilities. Draw a second card, teamwork, villains matter, find creature spells, +1/+1 counters. So this, after I eat, I'm going to come back and, especially before they do deck recommendations, with the, oh, you guys can't see what I'm hovering over, like the card ratings or the, or where it recommends a deck, because that's when things start getting meta, even in this draft and sealed. Then, where's the drafts for this? Premiere? They also have, okay, they put a pick 2 out, I didn't see that. 8 draft tokens? 9 draft tokens, okay. Okay, so, yeah, before Untapped, I assume by about 2 days, they'll have deck recommendations, which is going to be, I mean, it'll be fun to play these, you know, to get a scored deck based off your polls in the event and whatnot. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go eat, and then I'm gonna come back and stream the sealed event, and then do some drafts. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me during some unboxing of what was it, 110 or something cards or packs. B-Dog, was great to see you, bro. And then, oh, Magix. Sorry, I didn't even see who it was when you popped in. But thanks for checking out just some pack cracking. What else? I guess for now, that'll do. And I'll see you guys in a little bit if you want to pop in during some sealed, and then maybe we'll do a draft or two after sealed, or another sealed event if the, you know, we want to try a different color combination in the sealed box. All right, this is Wind.